Laser Wolf is what we call a shipudia, which in Hebrew means a grill house. So everything, as you're about to see, is centered around our grill.
Order in eggplant.
Eggplant.
Fire Zeno. Solid team for 2 going to 208.
We know for a fact that we're going to be busy every night starting at 5. Tonight, we're starting with 274 covers on the books, expecting probably between 30 and 50 walk-ins, so we'll end up somewhere in the 300s. We have a super strong team and they just get it done. Come on. So, Millie and Natalie here grilled off 14 cases of eggplant today. How much pepper?
4.
So that's 100 pounds of red peppers. They spread them all off on this grill, steamed them for a little bit, they're peeling them, and this will all be ready for our prep for tomorrow. All 3 restaurants in the Hoxton Hotel are Israeli, so all of our prep that we do in this building is for the whole building. We kind of share everything, and that's what makes things more efficient. This is Rafa and Yannette, our butcher extraordinaires, building all of our skewers. They're married, believe it or not. They've been here since before day 1. They are the backbone of this restaurant. They make everything perfect. And we all get really upset when they're gone because we can't do it like they can do it. We cannot.
Aproximadamente tenemos entre 1 hora, hora y media para acabar 120 skewers de pollo.
Hoy ya nos dejaron 120 pollos, 120 hangers, 6 de salmones, 30 pounds de cóctel, 20 de beef and lamb y 20 de beef.
Bueno, nosotros ya lo tenemos bien calculado, ¿verdad? La gente dice que se ve fácil y lo hacemos ver fácil. Y hay compañeros que han venido y no se les dificulta. Entonces nosotros tenemos que tratar de que el skewer vaya todo plano, flat, para que cuando vaya al grill no vaya colgando.
Y eso es lo importante. Es lo que le gusta al chef, que vaya la pieza no perfecta, pero sí casi. ¿Ah? Y para que el cliente diga, wow.
Quede satisfecho. Su paladar del cliente quede satisfecho.
Pero al igual nos encanta porque pues al saber que la gente está probando nuestro trabajo, el trabajo de los chefs, todo eso, pues es decir, wow, estamos en el 5 estrellas.
The best.
I love it, chef.
Love you too. All right, let's go say hi to the rest of the team. Thank you, guys. They're the best. They're actually the best. This is Howdy.
Howdy.
It's the first time we've ever heard that.
I'm sure.
Sorry, we're going from Laser Wolf, which is on the rooftop, to the main floor, which is where Kfar is and where our main prep kitchen is, that all of our shared prep happens. It's where the rest of the magic happens. These are our guys right here. Everyone say hi. This is Avelino grinding our meat for our butchers right here. He's grinding that meat because it needs to be ready to process first thing tomorrow morning. We've got Juana, Rosario, and Matilda, our prep manager. So right now they're cutting our sumac onions, so our red onions that we mix with sumac and some vinegar, some salt, a little sugar. And this is gonna go on the side of every kebab that we serve tonight. So we have to make this one daily. They're about to pick and cut some herbs for tomorrow, so when they come in, all they have to do is mix. There's a lot of stuff to balance, and they're the ones that kind of make a lot of sense out of everything.
Es interesante porque al final aquí ellos siempre nos tienen como, ¿tú qué opinas? O ponemos una receta, ¿tú qué opinas? Porque todos los paladares tenemos diferente gusto. Y pues nos dan opción de opinar, de si está bueno, no está bueno, aporto esto, quítele esto. Entonces es bonito trabajar en equipo, más que nada para trabajar parado.
You're not going to tell them about your dish at Kfar? A burrata toast with apricot amba. She took a little apricot amba home, which was one of her favorites, and put it on some toast with burrata, told me that she loved it. I'm like, we're going to put that on the menu, so it's Matilda's toast. Yeah, exactly. Don't be embarrassed. It was delicious. Yeah, exactly. Matilda and her cousin Lorena came up with this program that makes everything work a little easier. They're always thinking a day ahead. I mean, I can show you what we're working with here. This is just Laser Wolf. This is Ralph and Yannette, who we just met, the butchers. This is Kvar AM, Kvar PM, Kvar chefs, Rafa and Yanette right here. If I were to try to do this list with one other chef, this would probably take me about 16 hours, I want to say, and they'll get it done in 8. They're amazing. They're really, really amazing. And they didn't even come in with any butcher experience. They just knew how to cook, they knew what they were doing, and, you know, went from there. All right, guys, so it's 4:16 right now, so about 45 minutes until service. I'm about to feed the fire with some more charcoal real quick. Get it up to temp. Just the way that we grill things here, we pay a lot of attention to where our fire's at. So what we're doing is we're letting our charcoal burn as hot as possible right now. So when we get to service, it's been burnt out enough that we have our proper cooking temperature that we're looking for. Because if you try cooking a kebab on top of this open fire, it's gonna taste like cigarettes in your mouth, and that's not what we're looking for here. And at the beginning, that was actually an issue. Is like people were starting their fire too late, and then 5 o'clock hits, we're busy, and we're like, well, what do we cook with? So at least an hour before service, probably an hour 15, we light our first embers, get it to burn out, so we're in a good spot once service starts. So as you can see, the way the line works, one giant grill. We have a fryer over here and our salatine station that they're very nicely setting up over here. So here at Laser Wolf, we do a little bit of a prefix menu. So every table starts off with a variety of 10 different salatine, which are Israeli-inspired salads. Earlier in the day, we remixed all the salads that the prep team made, re-seasoning them and tasting with me, added more olive oil, salt, herbs, whatever they needed, to make sure that everything that we serve tonight is exactly what we want it to be. So we had a last minute hiccup before service, a little family situation. So Jesus over here started the day on salatine, and he slid over to our fry station. Thank you, Jesus, for being so accommodating. And then Anna from our prep team slid over to salatine to come help out. In case there's a call out, in case we're light, in case someone's on vacation, we all have to be ready. Even if it means like 5 minutes before service, something happened, you need to change what you're doing, that's what we do. All right, so Sergio's about to fire off our tasting skewers, one of each skewer that Rafa and Yanette so beautifully made earlier today, just to make sure that the seasoning is right for the rest of service. They're spot on pretty much every night. We still go through the process because that's what we have to do to like just make sure that we're staying on the right track, but we trust them very, very, very much at this point. Or if we have to say, you know what, we can't serve this tonight, that's what we have to do because we'd rather only serve things that are right, you know? So what you're seeing right here, before we were letting all of our coals burn out, you see no flame whatsoever here. We drill it into the cook. It's like the first thing we teach them, like before you focus on whether this is well done or medium rare or whatever you need it to be, it's like, no, you focus on the coal first and then everything else. Like that is where you start. And if you can't master that, then you can't really work the station. And you can see just by looking at it, how close the meat is actually to the charcoal, which means you don't need nearly as much as you think you would to get a beautiful sear on this. I mean, this hanger has a perfect crust on it and there's barely any charcoal under it. It's because it's been burnt out right and because everything is so close to the fire. There's a lot of fat in there, but we keep our fire at the right temperature that when that fat drips down, all we see is this beautiful smoke and no flames. If there's ever a flare up, we move all the skewers, reset our fire, start again. So we have good color on both sides, just about ready. Gonna give them a little squeeze just to see their doneness. That one's good. Serge, do you want to be the master skewer taker offer? You're the man with the plan, bro. Yeah, of course. So if you see what he's doing, he's actually pulling the skewer out and keeping his tongs as the pressure, as it's coming off. So you're not pushing the meat off, you're pulling the skewer out and keeping the skewer in place. When we're serving all of these kebabs, they have their own garnishes and certain sauces that go with each one. But for the purpose of actually tasting for seasoning, we're gonna keep everything plain. So I kind of like to work from least spicy to most spicy, so you don't have one spicy bite and that kind of like affects all your other bites. But if you zoom in a little closer, maybe a tinge of pink here, not as much in this. So nothing's gonna be like medium rare like you would expect a burger when you go to a steakhouse. But look how much juice is on the bottom of this plate. Everything stays so juicy because we grind all of our own meat. We don't overmix it, and we keep a large amount of fat on the meat as we cut it. We don't trim a whole lot off. Those are our skewers for the night, all tasting perfect. So yeah, I guess in theory, if we were in a pinch and we're like, you know what, this brisket doesn't have enough salt in it, maybe we look for a batch that was, if these were made yesterday, that were made today, and we just won't serve anything with this date on it. But nothing gets older than 2 days. If it turns out that all the brisket in-house doesn't have enough salt, then we just can't serve that for the night. Knock on wood, I can't remember the last time that happened with any of our proteins. We do taste it every day. But it's a good way to keep each other in check and just make sure that like, you don't do 300 covers in a night and then be like, wait, this has no salt in it. That's what we really serve to 300 people. You just gotta stay on it. You gotta stay on it. So as you see over here, Anna is setting up our salatim. Salatim is kind of the engine that keeps this restaurant running. You can't serve any of the skewers until the salatim are on the table. If we fall too far behind on salatim, then everything else struggles. You know, all of service struggles. We're all waiting. And she's lining up all these trays, so when everyone piles in at 5 o'clock, we're just going. We're just going. 6 minutes until service. We have 274 covers on, and we can fit about 100 people in here. A little more when we open up the patios, so that would mean 3 full turns of the restaurant tonight.
Solid team for 2 going to 310. Solid team for 2 going to 209. So when the ticket comes in, I write the table number on here. The solid team chefs also get a ticket, so they bring it up to the solid team. As soon as the solid team comes out, then we're gonna send that out and I'm gonna write the time on the top, and that's when we'll indicate exactly when to fire. Order in eggplant, fire alitas.
Eggplant. So our vegetables are eggplant, cauliflower. As soon as they get ordered in, I get some color on them so they can slowly cook and be ready by the time we fire. We also do the same thing with T-bone and bronzino. We fire it out earlier than the skewers because they take longer to cook.
Solid team for 2 to 309. Thank you. All right, Sammy. You ready? It's your time to shine.
108, 209, 406, 208. All right, let's fire 2 chicken, 3 steak, 2 lambo, 1 kofta, 1 brisket, 1 salmon.
Necesito uno pita, por favor. Gracias. Solid team for 2. Seat 2 is gluten-free. Is going to go to 20. Thanks, Heidi.
And 1 salmon as well. You could send that out first. It's going with my dorade.
Fire alitas. That's 2 all day. Necesito 4 pita, por favor. And then it's coming with that cucumber with no seasoning. Oh, you got it. Didn't see it. Thank you.
Yeah, you got it. 1 big metal, 2 regular, 1 salmon.
Solid team for 2 going to 302. Fire foie. Jesus, dos alitas, ¿sí? Yeah. And uno foie.
Trabajando duro, como Jesus.
Order in Kali.
Kali.
Kale tabbouleh going to 406. 406. Solid team for 4. Cucumber no seasoning going to 403.
Look at that smoke, bro. That's what we're looking for.
Solid team for 3 to 17.
All right, Bapo, we're going chicken lambo, double steak, everything else together on a big plate. So I call his skewers, obviously, let him get set. Then we're gonna let him know how he's gonna plate it, just what plates he's gonna need. And then we're about 3 minutes away from plating. I'll let him know what skewers are going with what. Because if you give him the information too early, it's like, okay, what did you say 10 minutes ago? So it's just like, what do you need to know now? What do you need to know a little later on? And I know, like, whatever, we've already talked about it a million times, but just how perfect his fire is, how there's no flare-ups, you know. And it's not always like this. You can see when we train a new grill cook, it's just like every second, you're like, okay, you have a fire, you have a fire. It's everyone's tendency to get your grill as hot as possible when you need to cook things fast, but like, you kind of need to fight that urge, and that's what Senor Sergio is so great at.
Fire papas fritas.
That's a Lambo, right? I was like, what garnish do I put on that? Look at that, baby. First pick in the books. It's the first time we've ever done this together.
Chicken, steak, brisket, kofta, lamb and beef, and uno más rice. Yeah, 2 rice. It's going to 406.
All right, Sergio.
Thank you. 209, 1 pita.
Let's fire 2 chicken, 2 steak, 1 is medium, 1 Lambo, 1, 2, 3 salmon. Sorry, it's 4 salmon, not 3. That's it.
So we have 1 more solid team 2 coming up. That's when the printer went out. And it's gluten-free, so cucumbers. Thank you.
So we flash fry our eggplant to get it nice and soft. Some nice grill marks on it. Some nice peeled sun gold tomatoes with some schug. Some shipka peppers. Crispy garlic, crispy shallots.
Order in Zeno.
Zeno.
4 arroz, por favor. I'm just waiting for solid team, so just give it a sec.
Let's get that first one out.
Salmon, eggplant, rice going to 20. Can we go foie, 101? Let's go chicken, steak, lamb and beef, and a salmon. Going with the rice to 403. Order in Kali.
That's less fun than a Zeno.
Fire Zeno. Sammy, after you put that Zeno on, I'm ready on a couple.
Me too, baby. So this is our bronzino right here. Completely deboned, stuffed with some ginger, tomato, and garlic cooked down. We're gonna cook it on one side, cover it with a bowl, flip it over, and then I'll call my next ticket that goes with it. 17101.
17101.
Serge, let's fire 2 steak, 1 Lambo, 1 salmon.
Necesito uno repollo, por favor. Repollo. Gracias.
One of those steaks is solo, and then you're going steak Lambo together.
I think one of the cool things for us too is like we do 350 covers a night, and it feels this tame like throughout the entire night. They're like so good on the line, and everyone's been doing this for so long that it's just like comfortable and smooth and easy. So solid team for 5 going to 401.
It's our cauliflower with confit pine nuts, shawarma spice, a schug tzatziki, some fresh scallions on top. It's been a day 1, one of our very favorites.
All right, we're gonna go steak, dorade, kali, rice, 17. Let me know when to fire the fries on that.
About 3 minutes.
3 más pita, por favor. Solid team for 2 going to 203. Papi, on 206, we're gonna switch this lamb and beef to a brisket.
No, not this one, a later one.
Fire papas fritas.
They basically didn't like their salmon and want to just do the steak instead.
Okay. Steak instead of the salmon?
Yeah.
Okay. Fire steak.
Fire steak, please, solo. It's on there?
They just didn't like the salmon. All right, solid team for 2 going to 301. Order in eggplant.
Eggplant.
Necesito repollo, piña y 3 pita, por favor. Solid team for 2. One person has a gluten allergy. That's at seat 1, 311. Solid team for 4 going to 201. They
Zeno
have
Lambo
a
first.
peanut, salmon, and egg allergy. They are totally fine. 1 pita going to 17.
Just got to be confident with it. So we're gonna finish that with some citrus salt. Some more of that ginger tomato. Make sure that it was stuffed with. Just a little bit. It's pretty strong. Try not to plop it on the plate like that.
Okay. I need 1 pepino regular.
Couple limones. And all the herbs.
5 arroz, por favor. Let's go lamb and beef, Zeno, and a rice going to 103.
103.
Sammy, can I add 1 ticket whenever?
Yeah.
Let's go on 206.
As soon as we clear it out, we're gonna go on a brisket salmon.
Steak solo going to 302.
Solo.
You can bring a rice.
Bring a rice?
Yeah. Order in 3 collies, 1 eggplant.
Okay, Senor Vegetable.
Let's go chicken brisket rice, 203.
Chicken brisket rice, 203.
Let's go lamb and beef, steak and a rice, 207.
I feel a lot more smooth than I thought I would, honestly.
Let's go, buddy. Let's go.
Love you, brother.
We got a bunch of salad team coming up right now. Let's go salad team for 8, going to 408. Fire alitas, fire papas fritas. I need salad team. I need salad team for 2, 5, and 2. Salad team for 2 to 308. Yeah, I just want all the salad team's been 10 minutes, so I want to get the salad team
You
out
just need
first
a
and then
5,
go.
right?
Yeah.
Just a 5, solo uno cinco.
And then I have refills, but fire foie.
Of course.
All right, we're gonna go salad team for 5. It's an avocado allergy. We do not have
Got you,
avocado.
bro.
They're good. 404.
Behind you.
Dos pita, por favor.
Come on.
Fire papas fritas. That's 3 all day. Sammy, I got a big one coming up.
What's that?
I got a big one. Heidi, we're gonna go with these wings for 8 people to 408.
Behind you. 301, 201, 311,
And 306.
306. All right,
Necesito
Sergio.
tomate, por favor.
Let's fire 2 chicken, 1 steak, 1 kofta, 2 brisket. Sorry, 3 brisket, 1 Lambo, 1 salmon. Should be 9 skewers all day.
Thank you, Jesus. All right, French fries. We are gonna go to 311.
311.
Solid team for 2, going to 310.
Isn't it awesome when everything's flowing though? Like, it doesn't look like anyone's working crazy hard, right? They're just doing it. It's controlled though, controlled, you know?
Order in Zeno.
Zeno. Now we're going down. That's a pretty quick fire, right?
Yeah, I do have a big pick coming up too after this.
It's fine. Platos. Chicken steak double brisket.
You got a salad team for two
Chicken
coming up too?
lambo. Brisket solo, kofta solo.
Sammy, you're good to fire that Zeno now.
Heard.
Salad team for two going to 202. Necesito uno hummus, por favor. Buzzy, you good?
You got a brisket solo.
All right, we're gonna go chicken, steak, brisket
In my
with a
face,
rice
Aaron.
going to 201. You ready, Sam?
15, 409, 408, 308.
408, 15, 308, 404, and 310.
No, 15.
No, 15. 408, 15, 308, 404, 310.
So everything but 401.
Yeah. Pita for 6, pita for 2, pita for 2. Perfecto, gracias.
All right, guys, we're about an hour and a half into service. The first turn was super smooth. We had a little juggling to do on the line before we got started, but everyone's where they belong. We're open until a little after 10:30 tonight. Looking forward for a great night. Thank you guys for joining us. It was awesome.